Okay, let me try calling and see. Hang on.
And I do not know what to do to. Yeah, but and I heard something. I hear you.
You hear him now, Sandra?
A little. Let me say something.
Well, I know I can hear Sandra sort of cutting in and out.
No, I'm not hearing him. All I'm getting is
The storm, I think it kind of messed everybody up this morning. Sandra, do you want to get your landline and try to call in?
I'm gonna try. What's the meeting passcode, Lauren? I entered the numbers they asked me.
The passcode's gonna be that last little set of numbers, the 201511.
I did, and they're asking me.
Okay, so you call the number and then you
Wait a
put
minute,
in.
wait a minute.
Oh, I gotcha. Here we go. All right.
Okay.
Now can you hear Sandra, Dan?
Hang on just a second.
All right, I'm muted. I can hear
I
you.
muted the iPad so we could just hear you on the telephone, Sandra.
Okay.
Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound.
What is all that one?
I think Dan's calling in too.
Enter your
okay.
password. Please enter the meeting.
I muted his internet connection until he gets called in. Gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. Here we go. I'm letting him in now. All right, Dan. Dan, can you hear us?
Yes. Okay. If I can. All right. Let's see. How's that? There's not an echo.
I do have an echo. I don't know what's causing that. I've got both muted on the dial-in connection.
Yeah. Let's see. Looks like it says mute here. Okay. All right. All right. Well, again, I apologize for letting the time slip by. And let's see, we're at the already approved the minutes from the last meeting.
Yes, sir.
We haven't voted on that, have we?
Okay, we had a motion and a second to approve the minutes All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, the motion passes. And then let's see, moving on to new business. Well, let's see, first is old business, an update on the personal property audit.
And honestly, I talked to Al Friday, and he said that the person that they had hired, that things didn't work out, so he does not have any audits for us for this month. But are y'all having a really bad echo?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do about it.
Let's see, I wonder if it's Sandra, where she called in.
No, I've got her muted also. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna send the iPad to the wait room and see if that fixes it. Is that any better?
Yes.
I think that's better.
Okay, and Sandra, you probably lost your screen share, but you have your minutes in front of you, right? Sandra, can you hear us? Sandra? Well, I'm going to call her from my cell phone and put it on speaker. Okay, I've got Sandra on speaker, and so she can hear you guys, and the echo's gone, so we should be good to go. So what I was saying with the personal property audit is that I spoke with Al Friday, and they do not have any more audits for us at this time. He said that that the person that they had hired to pick up the audits, things didn't work out, and he personally has been attending Board of Equalization hearings almost every day because a lot of counties put their appeal hearings off until the last minute, and so now like it's super busy with those appeal hearings. But we're still holding the checks, and he's fine with that, and he's telling me that we should be having something really soon. So that's the only update I have on that.
How many audits are left to complete?
I would have to pull the status report from the last time we had a meeting. I think the boats are almost all completely done. And there's maybe like 30% of the business accounts left.
Okay, all right, thanks.
So that's it for the old business.
All right. Any questions for Laura on our report there?
No.
And Dan, if I don't have any personal property audits next month, I'm going to ask him to attend the meeting so he can discuss it with you guys, okay?
Okay, all right. I was just thinking we still need to put pressure to go ahead and get that done.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, then moving on to, I'm sorry, Sandra, do you have?
Agree.
Okay. Let's see, moving on to new business, errors and releases.
Yes, sir. Y'all should have a list there in your packet. And there are just 3. They are all pre-bills. 2 of them were not on the digest previously, and we picked those up. And those pre-bill mobile home bills have already been sent for this year. So that was correct in that. And then we had one, the last one, that had burned. And so we reduced the value to $1.
You see it burned?
Yes, sir. It actually burned in 2019. And wait, well, no, actually, yes, it burned in 2019. And then so the 2020 bill, the way the pre-bills work is for the year that they say they're for is actually billing for the year previous. And so like the 2020 bill would have been for 2019, so it stood, but the 2021 bill was for 2020, so it had to be corrected.
Okay.
All right, let's say you need a motion to approve the error and releases as presented.
Yes, sir.
I move that we, I move that we approve the error and releases report as presented.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the error and releases as presented. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. All right, so then moving on, next item is the fiscal year 2021 budget report.
Yes, sir. And so this is through the end of March. And so we don't have May yet. And Carol has asked for a freeze on the budget as of May the 1st, unless we have any emergency expenditures. So we just have the things that are pending through April. And then of course, our assessment notices will be billed to this budget, but we don't have a price for that yet. So the data processing line item, that money will be coming from there, which we have plenty of money in that account. We have 2 very small overages, but that is those 2 things were to be expected, and they always move the money to cover those overages at the end of the budget cycle. So we're good all the way around.
All right, does anybody have any questions on Lauren's update on the budget for the current year?
I see $51.18 for travel and education. That's what, education materials or something?
No, I think that's where Dan took a 2.5-day class online, and it was $50. And when you pay with a credit card, it charges you a fee. So
Okay.
that was the $1.18.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's see, moving on to the update for the proposed budget for next year.
Yes, sir. So after we had our budget meeting last month, Dan forwarded the budget that you guys had approved to Carol with a cover letter. She called me I think Wednesday, and we had just a brief meeting on Friday in her office for her to go over what we had requested with me and tell me her thoughts on that. And so basically she left all of our budget requests as is, with the exception of the continuing education for the office staff. But she did tell me to tell you guys that she has no problem with us recognizing, doing career advancements and recognizing those with the percentages that y'all have in our policies. However, she does not want to dedicate the money into the budget in case it does not get spent. So she said at which time the appraisal staff does continuing education and meets the requirements that you guys have set in place for the career advancement, that we will send a letter and she will amend the budget.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is she'll approve any promotion or advances, pay increases we send over. She just doesn't want to fund them up front.
That's my understanding. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
And with that being said, the Board of Commissioners has not met about it yet, but this is like what she does is she goes over each department's budget and then decides what she is going to present to the Board of Assessors as her opinion on each department's budget. And so it's my understanding that, so it's not like the budget's been approved yet, but it's in the pre-approval phase.
Okay. All right. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the proposed budget?
I don't hear any, Dan.
All right. Then we'll just move on to next time is approve the to mail the notice of assessments.
Yes, sir. So as soon as we have approval on these pending applications that are further down the agenda, we have completed all of our field work and entered everything into the computer, and we are ready to move forward with the mailing of the assessment notices.
Okay, when do you anticipate, will it go out next week?
They need 3 days, so probably with it being Wednesday, if I send over this afternoon, Monday would probably be the soonest that they could be mailed.
Okay. All right, well, let's see, you need a motion to approve mailing the change of assessment notices.
Yes, sir. Mr. McCants?
I move that we approve the mailing of the change of assessment notices as requested.
Sandra?
All right, we got a motion.
Second. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think, all right, we got approval and a second, a motion and a second to approve the mail of change of assessment notices. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Okay, the motion passes. All right, then the next item is the Freeport applications for 2021.
Yes, sir. And you have a copy of those in your packet.
All right, do we need to take these individually?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you want to share with us the Robertson paving application?
Yes, sir. Everything is in order and we are recommending approval of their Freeport.
A motion?
What was the motion made?
Yes, ma'am.
I second.
No, I didn't make it. I didn't make it. I wasn't sure he was he normally kind of repeats, and then I'll do it. In any case, I recommend that we approve Robinson Paving application for Freeport.
I second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Let's see, is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 All right, motion passes. And then let's see, we got an application, looks like from Martin Marietta.
Yes, sir. We recommend approval for the Martin Marietta Freeport application as well. Everything is in order with theirs.
I move that we approve the Martin Marietta application for Freeport for 2021 as presented.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the Martin Marietta's application for Freeport inventory exemption. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, motion passes. And then let's see, looks like we've got another application from Junction City Mining Company.
I move that we approve the Freeport application for Junction City Mining Company for 2021.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Let's see, Lauren, why don't you explain a little bit on this one?
I'm guessing that
I
your
guess-
question is about the, if you look in section 5, there's a category 1 and a category 2. The raw materials and goods in process and finished goods manufactured in Georgia. Is that?
Well, I was just looking the first two, it looks like they had 20% exemption.
I think that they are just, they're asking for the full 20% because 20% is all that we offer for Freeport in Talbot. And I think that they just didn't they're just saying that they want 100% of the exemption that we offer. I believe that that's the case. So we will because when we put it into the computer, we can just put in the dollar amount and it calculates it.
Okay, so that's why their form looks different.
I
Then
would
the
think
two we
so,
just-
yes, sir.
Okay.
And then I would like to note also that we do not have a Freeport application from Brown Brothers Sand. We usually have one from them, but Janet has reached out to them and they have not sent it in.
Okay. But y'all are gonna review that and make sure the calculations are correct and so on.
Yes, sir, because when we put them in the computer, it calculates it automatically.
Okay.
It won't it's built in at the 20%. We can put in the dollar amount that they offer us, but the 20% is built in.
Okay, so you're recommending that we approve this Freeport application?
Well, they do qualify for Freeport and they submitted their application in time, their calculations are incorrect, but when we enter it into the computer, it will correct the calculations.
So again, are you recommending we approve this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the Freeport application for Junction City Mining Company?
Mr. McCants has already motioned and Sandra seconded. We're just waiting for the vote.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's right, we're at discussion. Okay, we got a motion and a second on the table. Okay. Any further discussion, any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. All right, let's see then. The next item is the homestead applications for 2021.
Yes, sir. And there was one application that was not put on the list because we were waiting for a driver's license and or proof of residency. And he sent that in late yesterday evening. So I would like to amend that list to add map and parcel number 007-172-1409 for Stephen Johnson. It's an S1 for the 2021 digest year. And the application itself was submitted on like January the 12th. We were just waiting on his driver's license to show the current address in Talbot County.
So you got another one besides Douglas Curry.
Yes, sir.
And what was the name again?
Stephen Johnson.
So the vote will be to approve it as amended.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. And then let's see, so both of these, the applications came in before April 1st, is that right?
The Douglas Curry's an S5. So it doesn't matter when he applies. We have to add it, but it did come before the assessment notices went out. So we'll put it on and we won't have to do an error and release on his account for this year.
Okay, and then the other one came in before and just he had to get the backup information.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So you've got two that you're recommending approval for this current 2021 year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do we have a motion?
Well, I see two on the sheet and you just added one, so.
Well, he was saying those first two are for 2021 and then the third one is for 2022.
Okay.
You see where it says digest year 2021 and then down below it says digest year 2022?
Yes, so you just want a motion for 2021 first, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I move that we approve the homestead application for Douglas Curry and Stephen Johnson for 2021.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. All right, then let's see, we'll move on. We've got a homestead application for next year. Okay, so you got one application for next year.
Yes, sir.
That you're recommending approval. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, do we have a motion to approve the homestead applications as presented for 2022?
I move that we approve the homestead application as presented for year 2022.
Second.
Okay. And let's see, Lauren, I guess, of course, now that the April 1st deadline is passed, the new applications that come in, y'all are making them for next year then, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's, okay.
And just as, as you guys talk to anybody that's in the county or anything, remind them that the homestead application, are available on Q Public. We're trying to continue to get the word out there.
Okay, okay. All right, we have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes. All right, then let's see, the next item is the FLIPA application.
I don't have any.
All right, then moving on to the CUBA applications.
Yes, sir. You'll see your list. There are 3 continuations, and the way those continuations work is we send them a notice at the beginning of the year. Well, actually, when the transfer takes place, we send them a notice and let them know that they've got to come in between January and April. And then if they haven't come in by April the 1st, we have to send them another notice that says that they have 30 days to continue or there will be a breach. And so these people came in response to that second notice that they received. And then that's the 3 continuations. And then on these renewals and releases, the first one, we've had all of these prior to the April 1st deadline. The first one for the Harry Williams Jr. estate, we were waiting on documents from the estate showing us who had authorization to sign. And so we have received those as of yesterday afternoon. So this one is ready for approval. And then on the next one, there was a question about the taxes. And so that has also been cleared. And we were waiting on documents as well on the MJB trust, and we received those also. So,
okay, so you're recommending approval on all 6?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, do we have a motion to approve the CUBA exemption applications as presented?
I move that we approve the CUBA exemption applications as presented.
All right, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes.
I've got to have a motion to approve the releases as well.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the releases?
I move that we approve the releases as requested.
All right, if there's no further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
They both
Okay,
voted.
all right, yeah, motion passes. All right, then moving on, Lauren, for your chief appraiser update.
We like I had told you guys before, we've got the front door to the office open. We're helping people at the window, and then anybody that needs to sit down and discuss anything, we have the old conference room available for that, set up with protection for the employees and customers. And we have completed all of our field work. Once these applications that y'all have approved today are put into the computer, we'll have all of that completed for the year, and we'll be ready to mail assessment notices. That's really all I have. We've just been focused this last month on completing our field work, and Janet got all of her personal property returns entered by the end of the month. And so we just really been very busy trying to get this final stuff done to get our assessment notices mailed.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions for Lauren?
No.
Okay. All right, let's see, moving on to member matters.
I have nothing.
All right, and let's see then, moving on, let's see the announcement for the, I guess, setting the date for our next meeting,
Yes, sir.
tentative date. Lauren, what,
I mean, y'all want to
Date
try
were you
for the 9th? Is Wednesday still working well for everybody?
What time?
10 a.m.
That'll work for me. I have a later appointment at 2, so that'll work.
9th at 10 a.m. That
all right,
works
all
for
right,
me.
let's hold that tentative, we'll hold that tentative then.
Okay.
All right, let's see, then, have a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
Let's see. All right, let's see, I think it says 10:53. So, all right, well, thanks, Lauren, thanks, and thank you, staff, and sounds like y'all been working hard getting ready for the assessments and getting all the, updates. And then, keep us posted when the notices do go out, maybe drop us an email.
Yes,
Just say
sir, I will.
FYI. And then I'm gonna, circle back around with Carol and give her just a brief update, reminder of our sales study, and sort of a heads up that
We
people are gonna-
discussed that at the budget meeting, and so she is aware.
well, and I've talked to her on the phone about it. I told her I'd follow up with an email, so
Okay.
with some bullet points on that. All right. Well, thanks everyone. Again, I apologize for letting time slip away.
All right. Y'all have a nice day.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thanks.